The world is sitting on over $300 trillion in debt. That's not a typo. $300 trillion. This is more money than the entire global economy produces in years. It's a number so large it stops feeling real. A silent weight building beneath the surface of the global system. It's a number so large it stops feeling real. It's a number so large it stops feeling real. Governments owe it. Corporations owe it. Even households are drowning in it. And here's the real problem. No one is talking about what happens next. Because if this system breaks, it won't just be a recession. It could reshape the entire global economy. But what happens if this debt can never be repaid? What happens when countries, banks, and people all reach their limits at the same time? And more importantly, is this crisis already happening right now? To understand this crisis, we need to go back. Decades ago, debt was simple. Governments borrowed, but within limits. But everything changed after one key moment. In 1971, the world abandoned the gold standard. Money was no longer tied to gold. It became unlimited. This gave central banks the power to print money, lower interest rates, and stimulate the economy. This is what we call monetary policy. And for a while, it worked. But over time, debt didn't just grow, it exploded. After every crisis, interest rates were pushed lower. Borrowing became easier and cheaper. This created a system built on cheap money. Governments began running massive fiscal deficits. Instead of reducing spending, they borrowed more. At the same time, companies took on huge amounts of corporate debt, not just to grow, but to survive. Then came the 2008 financial crisis. The system nearly collapsed. But instead of reducing debt, the world added even more. And then came the pandemic. During COVID, governments injected trillions through stimulus spending. Debt skyrocketed. Today, global debt exceeds $300 trillion. That's over 300% of global GDP. In simple terms, the world owes 3 times more than it produces in a year. But here's the twist. Debt itself is not the real problem. In fact, the entire global economy depends on debt. Without borrowing, businesses stop expanding, governments stop spending, and economies slow down. This is called debt dependency. The real danger isn't that we have too much debt. It's that we can't function without it anymore. And now, something has changed. Interest rates are rising. Borrowing is becoming more expensive. Repayments are getting harder. And cracks are starting to appear. The system that was built on cheap money is now under pressure. So what happens next? One possibility is rising inflation. Governments continue printing money. Currencies lose value. And people lose purchasing power. Another possibility is a financial collapse. Bank failures, market crashes, and a global recession. Or something more subtle. Debt doesn't disappear. It gets diluted. Through inflation, governments reduce the real value of debt over time. This is known as debt erosion. But there's a cost, and that cost is paid by everyone. The world isn't just facing a debt crisis, it's facing a system built entirely on borrowing. And the question is no longer, can we repay this debt? The real question is, what happens when we can't? Subscribe to Atlas Economics to understand the forces shaping the global economy.